I've 30F been lying about my son's father for 12 years, and I want to finally tell the truth to my parents, 55F, 60M, and son. When I was 16, I was in a relationship with a 26-year-old man. I'm 30 years old and now understand how wrong that relationship was. To a large degree, I even knew it was wrong back then. I don't feel that he groomed me or manipulated me into it. I don't feel like I was naive or talked into doing anything I didn't want to do. I still believe I genuinely loved him, and a part of my heart still loves him. He refused to have sex with me for a long time, but I pushed and begged, and when things finally happened between us, I felt like I'd gotten what I wanted. I was too young to understand any of it, but I understand that he was the adult, and he should never have given in. I matter how much I begged. I know he felt guilty about it. When I was 17, I got pregnant. He asked me to marry him, but I said no. He had severe mental health issues, clinical depression to the point of hospitalization at one point. By the time he asked me to marry him, he was really spiraling, and I think just grasping at straws for things he felt would make him happy. If we had the baby and got married, he'd be happy. But I knew that wasn't the case. I was scared of what was happening. He took his own life less than 2 months later. I've never told anyone who my son's father really is. My family has no clue that this man ever existed. Only my best friend knows. I lied back then and said I met someone at a party and didn't know who he was. It was a terrible lie because as crazy as it was for me to have been involved with this adult man, it was even crazier to imagine me going to a party and having a random one-night stand with somebody I didn't know. That's not something I've ever done, and I don't know how anyone who knew me back then would ever believe that lie. I was the studious little straight-A student who didn't do anything wrong. I was desperate and scared, so I lied. My parents were already crushed that I was pregnant at 17, and I didn't think they could handle knowing the truth about who the father was. I thought I'd get in even bigger trouble for doing something so dumb, and I wanted to protect him. My son is 12 now. He's smart, kind, and starting to ask questions about his dad. I've kept this lie up for so long that I don't even know how to start unraveling it. I want to show him the pictures I have of his dad and tell him where his eyes and hair color come from. I don't want him to believe his father is some random stranger out there who doesn't even know he exists and who he might be able to find through a DNA test. Telling my parents the truth after all these years might destroy the peace we've finally found. They were disappointed for a long time after my pregnancy, and it took years for things to feel normal again. I'm scared I'll lose that. At the same time, I can't stand lying anymore, especially to my son. It makes me sick every time I repeat the lie anytime somebody asks me about his dad. He deserves the truth, even if it's messy. I don't even know where to start. How do I tell my parents? How do I tell my son, in an age-appropriate way, who his father was and how he died? How do I handle the fallout of all this? I just want to do the right thing, but I'm so scared it'll blow up everything again.